Hi, I'm Sharon White from Global Healing Exchange and Holistic Living Magazine. And today we have one of our beautiful experts with us, and that's Lizabeth Mulvey. Hi, Elizabeth.
Hello, everyone. How are you?
I'm sure they are going to be wonderful after speaking to you. We're going to be talking about aromatherapy oils and stress. But before we do that, I'd like to talk a little bit about you and your background and what you do. I know that you're obviously an aromatherapist if you work with the oils. You've been working in the industry for a very, very long time, and you studied naturopathy as well, and you have a naturopathic background. You currently do personal mentoring, and I have read your book also. So it's called Finding Me Peacemaker, and it's a beautiful, easy, simple book to read. I read it in a day, and it's you know, some books are very, very tricky. This was just very simple, very beautiful to read, very easy. So I loved that. So I recommend that. Before anyone hears you, I really recommend your book. So I would love to ask you, Liz, I'll let you get a word in a minute,
Sure.
about stress and aromatherapy. What oils would you recommend if somebody came to see you? You know, what are aromatherapy oils and how can they help people?
So, I mean, aromatherapy in itself, aroma is just a sense of smell. It has such a quick action on our brain and therefore on our emotions. So essential oils can be really, really helpful in that acute state of stress when people suddenly might be feeling anxious. And so there's certain oils that would be really good for that, that are very quick. So a lot of the citrus oils are very good to uplift. And then you've got some more, the deeper oils like cedarwood and things like that. Those ones are more sedating. It's for those people that are continuously having stress, or they get up and they're already stressed before the day's even begun.
Okay, beautiful. So it works through the olfactory system, doesn't it? Which a lot of people might not even know that we have an olfactory system. So could you explain a little bit about that and how the oils actually work through that system, as well as how they work on the skin as well?
Sure, yeah. So, you know, aroma, the sense of smell, is the first smell that we develop. As a baby is born, it knows its mother's smell. So it's one of those primal kind of senses that we are born activated with. And so when you smell an oil, basically it goes through your air passages, up through the nose and up through the bulb at the end of the bottom of the nose and into the brain. So it can travel very quickly in that way into our brain, into our limbic system. And the limbic system really there is where it has a lot to do with our emotions and our responses, especially to like fight and flight reflexes, which people can get into when they're in chronic stress or even and definitely in acute stress. So an aroma within seconds can go in and help alleviate some of those symptoms that someone may be feeling when they are stressed or having an anxiety attack of some kind. So something like lavender is lovely, and it's very you know, easy to find lavender. You know, you can find it very quickly in a chemist or most sort of health food stores. Lavender is a great one that you can find. Lemon is also a good one. Lemon is really clearing. You know, it's very clean and crisp, and so if you've got that foggy head, then smelling something like lemon, it's a citrus oil, so it's uplifting as well to the senses, but it also has that sense of calmness that comes with it. Mm-hmm. So lemon and lavender would be two really great oils that people can have, and they're also multi-use oils, so you can use them for so many other things apart from stress.
Yeah, I use lavender to help me sleep. I've got a spray on my pillow and I absolutely love it. It's really, really good. So calming, isn't it?
It is. I mean, certain other oils, I wrote down a list of other oils that you could consider. So some of the other oils you could consider for stress would be basil, which people might not think about. But basil is really good because it's really helpful with the adrenals and that burnout that people can get when they're in stress for a long time. So applying basil topically as a, you know, diluted with some coconut oil or something like that, as a topical massage, can work as a tonic action on the adrenals. And that's really good for the whole, you know, nervous system as such. Bergamot is also a really nice oil. It's, a lot of the oils have a dual action, so they have a balancing action. So sometimes, so they can be sedating and uplifting at the same time. So bergamot is a really good one. It can help you with mood swings. It helps with decreasing the cortisol that people can get into, especially if you combine it with something like ylang ylang. So that's also a really nice combination. Cedarwood is a great one. Clary sage is a really good one, and that's also going to be helpful if you have some sort of hormonal imbalances going on as well. Frankincense, everyone knows about. Roman chamomile, that's a lovely one. Lavender, we've spoken about. Lemongrass also, so again, it's still in that citrus family. Marjoram, melissa, neroli, orange, and patchouli. So they're the oils that I would look at blending. So it depends on the individual and where they're sitting and what the holistic picture for that person comes into it. Where is it headaches that they're experiencing or more digestive issues? So that's what will help me choose the oils that I will choose and blend for them specific stress response and how their unique way of dealing with stress in their life happens. So there's quite a few oils. Inhaling is the quickest method, so you could just put a drop of lavender in your palm, rub it together, a cup, and just take some nice breaths in, and that will really quickly get into the nervous system and help settle down. Topically, we could massage it. We could put it in our daily lotion as a ongoing daily support. So once we choose certain oils, and they're the ones that we're going to decide that that's the best to support you, then you can add those into your daily ritual. At night, if you have a bath, say, and you're coming in, you could add those to a bath. So those ones we would obviously choose more sedating oils because you want to relax and unwind at the end of the day and promote sleep. So we wouldn't be choosing the citrus oils in those cases. So, yeah. So they're the two main methods, so the inhaling and the topical. Also, there's a really good way that you can do that with little inhalers that you see, you know, the little Vicks inhalers you get. So yeah, you can put your oils into that. So you've got a little sort of support system in an inhaler when you're at work and when you are out. So you can just unscrew the top and basically just inhale the oil. So you're still doing the inhalation, but you don't have to carry all the oils with you. It's all compact and it's your blend, and that's the one that's going to help you. So you have that support on the go all day long.
That's a brilliant idea. I haven't thought about that. I also burn my oils as well. So if I have a client and you know, they're coming to me for either a massage or for a counselling session, and I know they're particularly stressed, I'll burn some oil. So that works as well in conjunction with other types of therapy as well, doesn't it?
Yeah. So that's the diffusion method. So you're diffusing the oil into the atmosphere. It's a very nice, gentle way, and it's a lovely way to come home. So, you know, if you come home first, you could set the environment with a really nice soft blending of something like lavender, but still maybe a little bit of a citrus oil when it's not too late in the day. But it's a homecoming. It's a welcome home, but it's where people can walk in and just feel relaxed in the atmosphere, and it's just a gentle smell that's going around in the air, and you're just inhaling that. And as you walk in, you smell that, and you just relax as you take that smell in.
Beautiful. Now, you were saying before that each client that you see will have a different cause of stress, and that is why you decide on a different oil for each different client, or a different blend of different oils for different clients. So can you give an example of somebody who might come to see you with a certain condition and what oils you might use for them?
Sure. So like we were talking earlier on, so if I had someone that was, say, feeling very burnt out, very exhausted, and so they'd come to see me about that. So I know that they are going to have some, adrenal kind of issues. So I want to be supporting and tonifying those things. At the same time, they still have to go about their daily, day-to-day activities, and they're exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
So we would look at doing a blend like with basil, where it would be in the blend to tonify. And so it would be something that they could put in there on their adrenals, so twice a day, in the morning and in the night time, as that kind of an action. And then they can have the little diffuser that they have ongoing with them, or they could put some, say, lemon, orange, bergamot, any of those mixes, depending. So we'd blend it, and then I always get my clients to smell it and see if they like the smell. Because if they don't like the smell, they're not going to use it. So if they like, so we then have to tweak it a little bit to fit them and what appeals to them. And then they can use that more as a cue through the day. But you have these other oils like cedarwood. Cedarwood is one that I like as well. It's great for sleep. So cedarwood is great if you massage it into your feet at night. It gives you that really nice sedating action and relaxing action so that you can have a good sleep at night. Vetiver is another one that you could do that with. So I would look at something like cedarwood and basil, and with maybe a little bit of lavender just as a balancer, as an ongoing tonifying balancing system. And then the acute more of the citrusy oils, which energize you. So in the morning when you're trying to get going and you have to do stuff and you're feeling exhausted, having some lemon and orange will uplift that for you so that you feel a bit more energized about your day. So then you've got the balance of both things.
Yeah, thank you. Actually, just listening to you now excites me about aromatherapy, because I actually studied to be an aromatherapist back in 1996, but it's not really something that I use very often. I burn the oils, but I don't. And I remember how beautiful it is to use the oils and, to use it to sleep. And I've got the spray, but I don't use it on my body. So thank you so much for your knowledge. One thing I do want to say is it's really important to get our bodies are so smart and they know what are good for us. So as you said, it's very good for your client to smell it, and if it's suitable for them, their body will tell them, hey, that's a really good smell. I want to use that more. So our bodies are just smart.
Sometimes we think, oh, this would be perfect for them. Or I get people who come in and go, I hate lavender. Just don't give me lavender. Give me anything but lavender. But I might think lavender is a really good oil for you overall, looking at the full picture and the properties of lavender. But it just, to me, means that we have a journey to go before they're ready for lavender.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's why it's really, really important to come and see an aromatherapist, because you've got a really, really wide knowledge of what works, what doesn't, and there are bottom notes, middle notes and top notes, like they say, smell differently. So as an aromatherapist, you blend them and make them smell and they work together. But if you don't really know what you're doing, it can smell like a big disaster as well. So...
Yeah. And you want it to be nice, you don't want to be walking around and people going, oh, what's that smell? You want them to say, oh, what's that smell? That's so nice. What are you wearing?
That's the thing. It smells like perfume when it's really, really good.
Yeah.
So, okay, so I think that's a really good starter for people who may not have used aromatherapy before. You've given some really good oils there. So if anyone does want to find you, I know you do Skype interviews, so people don't have to be in your town. They can be anywhere in the world and set up an interview with you. So how will they get hold of you? And do you have a website? You're also one of our experts on Global Healing Exchange, so you have a profile on our website as well.
Yep, so I do have a website, and it's www.lizabethmulvey.com, and they can contact me through the email portal there just to let me know what they want to do, and then we can converse as to what it is that they want and what we're trying to achieve. So they can purchase the books, and there's also a range of my oils, which is called the Being Me range, and there's a set of 7 oils in that. There, and they were developed really by me through my own experience as a mum and myself and for my family. So the first one I developed was actually called White Me.
Oh.
And so that was with all the, just the symptoms that occur after, people are bitten with various things, and just to reduce the itching and inflammation and the healing process. So that was the first one. And then the second one was Soothe Me. And that was a muscle, basically relaxing, your muscles at the end of the day. Then the next one that came along was Remember Me, and that was when I was doing a lot of study, and also my children were both going through high school and doing TEs and at uni, and so that supported us through the focus and concentration that we needed to have when we were studying. And then of course, when we're doing all this study, as you said, sleep can be sometimes an issue because your mind is working overtime with the information that you've taken in. And so Sleep With Me was born. So hence we went to do Sleep With Me. Of course, as I developed, and I wrote my book, I was asked to present more, and it was something that I hadn't done. And so from there came Talk With Me. So that was an oil blend for me, just to help support the nervous system. And it's something that I work with while I'm preparing a talk, so that then I can take that kinesthetic cue that I've developed with an aroma with a talk, and then obviously use it during the talk as well, just to help me get through the talk. And the last two at the moment that have come in have been Positively Me. And the last one, which was an issue at one time when I experienced a lot of anxiety, and that was Drive With Me. So driving became a thing, and I needed to support myself, and so the oils that I blended in there supported me to feel more relaxed and secure and confident driving.
Well, those sound amazing. We'll have to talk about getting those in our shop as well. To have a set of oils like that would be amazing for our, people that come to our website. So thank you so much for talking to us today. It's been a real pleasure. We're going to be interviewing you again in the future on other topics and finding out about different oils and different things that you do. So thank you so much for being here today, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for having me, Sharon.
You're welcome.